Hey, 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 we are back with part 2 of this 3v3 on Lostriand, where the forces of Angmar, Isengard, and the Dwarves fight the forces of Angmar, Mordor, and the Goblins. Now, the Goblins do have the Goblin King out now, who once he gets to level 10, is able to summon several fire drakes. He wants to get up to that level if he can with the Goblin King. But King Dane now out for the Dwarves. So an equally or even more fearful hero, I would say, as King Dane, and the Dwarves are now going to be pushing forward. And without the help of Mordor on the top, I fear this does not look good for the Goblins at all. Goblins versus Dwarves is probably one of the most uneven matchups in the game. Does manage to use the bats there to some degree of effect, but I mean, look, even with the bats, they're basically dealing no damage to these dwarves. Maybe one unit of dwarves total fell, but Azog gonna have to run. Where's the Goblin King? Did he die, or is he hiding back here somewhere? I think the Goblin King may have fallen. And with that, I would say probably did the hopes of the goblins here of holding off this attack, this impending attack. And the half trolls trying to get away now, but King Dane actually pulling back my forces here so that King Dane grabs the experience, so he can get up to level 4 as fast as possible. Finally, Angmar and Zorro pushing through here on the bottom. A huge pack of Angmar. Karsh, excuse me. I was gonna say Karthus. I was like, no, that's League of Legends. Karsh out for, well, he was out for Angmar, but he falls. But it doesn't matter because Hwaldir is still in here, giving them the bonus here. And with only 2 Hall of the King's Men here, it's not gonna be enough. Catapults now from Mordor, EmperorofNubs, going with catapults. Probably a good decision considering how bunched up all of these troops are right now. But I'm still not sure it's going to be enough. What does he really need to stop this? I would say archer spam, really, actually. Might be the only thing. He is using some of the bones, which do cause fear. Don't actually do damage, I don't believe. And these catapults actually very, very effective. But I actually throw down. These are mine, I believe. Yes, they are. I do see that my friends here are pushing on the bottom, so I do some of these archers to help them. I'm completely fine on top. I've actually recaptured the outpost now, and it looks like I'm basically just going to be holding up here. I don't want to push in. I don't want to risk anything. And at this point, I just want to hold my advantage, continue to gain on my advantage, and assist my friends here in the bottom if I can, if possible. The Nazgul now still only up to level 2. I don't know where Mouth of Sauron went. Might have died from lurks. And actually, Zorro going for several berserkers now. Very, very dangerous. And the Angmar player here looking to be in tons of trouble. Does summon several of the Wolf Riders here to take out my summon units. And that's going to be somewhat effective, but they're horribly ineffective against heroes, and I know Lurks is in here somewhere. Finally, these catapults going down. What has Mordor been doing? Building more catapults? Does he have any ground units? I don't even see. Looks like he's going to be spamming a ton of fortress improvements right now to try and... I'm not sure what he's afraid of. Maybe an attack from Drogoth. Wait, no, Drogoth's on their team. But Drogoth is going to fall back. I have archers out now as well to supplement my army. Not to mention Prince Brand out. So Drogoth not doing too good. Good shot right there by Prince Brand. Takes out 3 or 4 Marauders with 1 shot. That's a quadra kill right there. And Angmar actually able to stabilize here. Except for these units hiding down here in the bushes. But so many berserkers on the field now. Isengard is out of control. He's got the entire back area just littered with furnaces. He's making tons and tons of money. Probably more than he can spend. And so they are going to be pushing here. through on the bottom. There's no way you can stop this many berserkers. And this many archers. Isengard just destroying here on the bottom. What is Agmar following up with? Anything that he's adding on to this? I'm not sure what he's doing exactly. I guess just spamming the Thrall Masters. So he will be backing that up shortly with a ton of troops. Zorro still has troops down here that he hasn't even noticed, I don't think. Meanwhile, what happened here, I do not know. But whatever it was, it's still not enough to deal with King Dain, who's just standing in here battling the Goblin King. King Dain only level 3. Several dwarves here pushing through, trying to go for those catapults. That's what happened. Those catapults came up from Mordor. But the problem is, sure, he pushed me back a little bit by helping out the top, but he's now not helping the bottom guy, and that is incredibly not good. Saruman now out, leading the charge for Isengard, and they have reached the outer gate of Agmar here, and without the support of Mordor, this Agmar player, who I've forgotten again, ElvenWarrior, is not going to be able to survive this onslaught. He is going to lose his fortress, and there that goes. More troops coming through on the bottom. He is about to lose this as well. Does he have an additional barracks built somewhere? Not that I can see. No, and he does lose his final building there, and ElvenWarrior is defeated. It is now a 2 versus 3. Even with the help of Mordor, not able to push through here. King Dain, tons of archers of Men of Dale here, are going to be able to hold off this attack by the goblins and by Mordor. King Dain finally up to level 4. Might actually fall here. Tons of goblins coming in. They are going to chase him down. I do throw the global heal down. King Dain may die here from this many goblins, but it's not going to matter because look at this huge force now heading up straight from Mordor's castle. He is now spamming absolutely everything around his fortress to try and hold this off as long as he can. But really what he needs is the Gorgonoth Spire, which would be far more effective than all these, I don't know, turrets and catapults around the sides here. On the bottom, the goblins actually doing a decent job continuing to hold off this attack. Prince Bran does survive. King Dain does not, however. King Dain does fall. The Goblin King now only up to level 2, so that is not going to be effective. Actually going for some mountain giants here, which might be the right choice. And actually fire drakes on the field now too, so the goblins actually doing a very good job against me on the top side here, and have been able to hold me off this whole time. However, that being said, he hasn't been able to hold me off perfectly, and that's caused several Mordor several times to have to go to top to help him, which in the end made his ally on the bottom lose, as Zorro, the Isengard player here, has been completely and totally helping the bottom side almost 100% of the game. I'm not sure if he ever sent a single unit to help me, as he saw that I was holding out just fine, so we did push through on the bottom quite effectively. The siege, the fully upgraded siege works now going to go down. Saruman up to level 3, Lurtz up to level 8. The Gorgonoth, I think that was no, I guess that was just catapults. But that takes out the majority of the Isengard's troops, but still it's just not enough. And Mordor actually, I'm not sure why he's attacking here. I guess he doesn't really have a choice at this point. Meanwhile, Isengard continuing to build up tons of forces. I'm not sure what our Agmar partner is doing, if anything. He's like left the game or went to take a nap or go to Johnny's or who knows what. But anyways, that does end part 2, guys. If you think, I think it's pretty much over, but if you guys would like to tune in for part 3, there will be a link for you in the top right hand corner. Go ahead and click on that, and I will be casting the next part to see just how this battle concludes.